guys. Okay, so we are reading some books about communities. And I want to show you this book here. Kind of hold it back a little bit, I guess. And this book is Lola at the Library. It's written by Anna McQueen. The illustrations is by Rosalind Beardshaw. I don't know if you can see that little girl right there. All right. So the library is a place in your community. We also have one, yes, at school. Perfect. So what can you get at a library? That's right. And what do you see in this picture? What is Lola doing? Yeah, just like you can get a book at a library, Lola's getting a book, isn't she? Now, Lola and her mommy go to the library every Tuesday. Wait a second. When did we go to the library? Yes, we went on Tuesdays too. Well, let's find out why Lola likes the library so much. I'm going to try and show you this picture here. Best that I can. Lola at the library. Lola loves Tuesdays. On Tuesdays, Lola and her mommy go to the library. Tell someone at your house what you think Lola is saying to her mommy in this picture. The library opens at 9 o'clock, but Lola is ready to go long before that. She puts all the books she borrowed last week in her backpack. Her library card is also very important. See that card right there? Yeah. The library is not very far away, so Lola and her mommy always walk there. Lola and her mommy give back the books from last week. The librarian buzzes them through the machine. Why do Lola and her mommy give back the books that they borrowed last week? Yeah, and I'm sure you can make a connection because we do the same thing at school, don't we? Yeah. There is a special section in the library just for children. It is really cool. Nobody ever says, shh. Sometimes there is singing. Lola knows all the words and the hands for Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. What clues do you see to know how Lola is feeling? Yeah. Does this show you right here? She's got a big smile, doesn't she? Yeah. How do you think she's feeling? I think you're right. Sometimes there is story time. Lola loves that. And there's one of the librarians there. After story time, Lola chooses her books. In the library, she can have any book she wants. Lola likes stories with bears and anything with shoes. There are so many, it takes ages to choose. Lola gets to choose any book she wants. Tell someone what books Lola likes and what kind of books you would choose. Pause if you're not ready to move on. Mommy has some books too. The librarian buzzes them through the machine, then stamps the date inside. Lola must bring them back in 2 weeks, but she will probably be back for more long before then. Lola and her mommy always get a snack after visiting the library. Mommy has a cappuccino and Lola has juice. Whenever Lola has been good, her mommy lets her taste the foam. Mmm. Have you ever tasted the foam from one of your adult, maybe mom, maybe dad, grandma, grandpa, or somebody's cappuccino or coffee? It's pretty yummy. Then it is time to go home. Every night after Lola is tucked in bed, her mommy reads her a story. It is the best way to end the day. In this book, you learned why Tuesdays are special for Lola. What does Lola do on Tuesdays that make her love this day? Turn and tell someone. All right, and that is the end of our story. Okay, so the librarian is a community helper, and that community helper works at the library. Now, what does the librarian do in this story to help people? Or you saw a couple different librarians doing different things. What were they? Let's take a look. Give your brain a little jump start on that. So you have here where Lola's turning in her books. You have this librarian. What is she doing? You also have this librarian. Did you tell someone? All right. Now, what other things might a librarian do that you don't see in this story? How do you think those books get back on the shelves? The librarian, yeah. And Miss Butler is a librarian assistant, and she also helps. Yeah. And then, do you ever see new books at the library? How do you think they get there? Yep, the librarian orders them. She listens to kids, or he listens to kids, because there's boy librarians too, and listen to adults, in fact, and find out what people want. And sometimes they order new books. All right. What does Lola do to get ready to go to the library? Let me show you a picture to remind your brain. She did two things. Yes, she packed up her books. What else did she get and make sure she had? Yeah, her library card. So if you go to a different library, not the school library, you do need a card. And that tells them who you are, so they know who has the book that is checked out. Now, what do Lola and her mom do on Tuesdays after the library? Yeah. They go get a little snack, don't they? And sometimes she gets some of her mom's cappuccino foam, which is really yummy. Now, Lola loves story time. So at the library, remember this picture here? Remember that picture? When you listen to or read a book, sometimes you like one part of the story best. Tell someone what your favorite part of this story is and why. Remember, boys and girls, if you need more time to talk, you can always just push pause. And when you're ready, push play, and we'll keep on reading. All right. So Tuesdays are a special day for Lola. And why do you think this day is so special to Lola? There's probably more than one reason. Well, yeah, you can see just here, she gets to what? Yeah, she gets to pick out a book. It's the day to go to the library. But there was something else that they did after the library. Yep, they get a snack. How does the trip to the library make it nice for Lola every night? Right before she goes to bed. She gets a story to read, or that mom reads her a story. Yeah, she has a new book. Now, how is Lola's library like or different from the libraries at our school or in our community? I know some of you haven't been to our community library, but all of you have been to the school library. So think about how this library, Lola's library, is like it and how it is different from one or both of those libraries. Turn and talk to somebody. Okay, so I want to look at this page right here, these two pages. At what time of day does this story begin? How do you know? Yeah, just like Fireman Small, this story also begins in the morning. And we know that because what is Lola doing? She's waking up her mommy, isn't she? Get up, Mom, get up, Mom. And if I look at this clock, that says 6 o'clock in the morning. I think that's plenty of time to get to the library if it doesn't open till 9 o'clock. All right, so let's look at these pages here. Now, at what time of day does the story end? How do you know? Yeah, it even says right here that every night after Lola is tucked in bed, her mommy reads her a story. It's the best way to end the day. So we know the day is over because she's having a bedtime story. Now, do you think telling a story from getting up in the morning to going to sleep at night is a good idea? Why? All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed this story. I know I did. Something that I loved as a child was also going to the library. And my sister and my brother would go with my mom and sometimes my dad. And I do remember that when I was a kid. And I always loved library at school too. And usually I got to have books from both. So that was super exciting. All right, so reading about writing. We are going to continue the graph that we did, the little chart that we started Friday, with the Fireman Small. So we did this part here. We wrote Fireman Small. We wrote what his position, what does he do in the community? He's a fireman. And then I asked you to write 3 things that he does. What is part of his job? Now, boys and girls, you're welcome to draw pictures with some labels, or you can write the sentence. It's really up to you, okay? Try your very best to at least write a label, if not a whole sentence or a little phrase. So today, I want you, and again, you can make your own, you can print mine, but if you print mine, I do want you to still draw a picture. Now, because we never saw the face of one of the librarians, we're going to stick with the main character. And who is the main character for Lola at the library? Yeah, Lola. It's not a great picture, but I did what I could. All right. So at the library, they have librarians. That is a person in our community that helps us. What are 3 jobs that the librarian does? We talked about some. Talked about several, actually. So again, I want you to either just write a little sentence or a phrase here, 3 different, please, on what their job is. And then I would like you to draw labels if you're adding these in pictures. So you can choose whichever is best for you. Just remember, if you're drawing a picture of their 3 jobs, I do need some labels. All right, we're working really hard on writing some words to go with our pictures to tell our story. So again, you can add it to what you started on Friday, or you can just make a new one. Totally up to you, whatever you want to do. Guys, I'm super excited to be looking at all of your work. I love it. It makes me smile every day. And when you guys leave me little messages with your voice, it just makes my day great. And so I'm trying to do the same for you. I am trying to record my thoughts so you can just listen to it. You don't have to wait till mom or dad or grandma, grandpa, or big sister or big brother reads it to you. And I just love to hear your voices. So have a great time working on this, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.